Today is a day that we will all remember. It'll go down in infamy. Today is the day that we got behind the wheel, the stick, the HOTAS of a Gen 5 fighter. That's right, baby. The Lockheed Martin F-35 Lightning II. This is the most advanced jet in the world. It's a fighter jet. It's a stealth recon jet. It's really kind of anything you want it to be. It's the most incredible jet ever made. And we are going to be getting behind the stick of it. So I'm excited. I'm not excited about paying $30 for it, but I'm excited. So we are going to be taking off from VPS, which is Eglin. Is that how you say it? Eglin Air Force Base in Florida, just outside of like Destin area. I say we take off from 12 and then we can head this way towards the water. But yeah, this is like a major training ground for the Air Force. It's kind of the base of operations for like airborne armament and fighters and things like that. The F-35 like training program takes place here, and yeah, I think it's pretty much everything but nukes go on here. So we're going to check this out and kind of live the life of an F-35 trainee, I guess. We get all three variants. Interesting. So you've got the F-35A, B, and C. That makes the $30 price a little bit better. I wonder if they're all equally detailed. So the A is the Air Force version. I believe this was the first version. This one's just kind of traditional, lands like normal. It's got a Gatling gun in it. It's, again, meant for the Air Force. This one here, the B, was made for the Marines, and the specialty, the main thing that they added was vertical takeoff and landing. It can also land normally, but it can take off and touch down in really hard to reach places, which obviously the Marines would need. And then the C is for the Navy. This one is a little bit bigger, wider wingspan, bigger wings, that sort of thing, so it can fly at lower speeds to be able to land on aircraft carriers. So I'm thinking let's start with the A, and then we'll move to the B. I don't know if they have vertical takeoff and landing in this game, but let's at least start with this. I feel like it makes sense. I mean, we are taking off from an Air Force base, so it makes sense to have the Air Force variant here, dude. This thing is so beautiful. I've done a little bit of research. I've got some fun facts and things I want to share with you guys, but first, I mean, let's just take a look at this thing. So if you guys have seen Top Gun Maverick, you know they were talking about Gen 5 fighters that they're going to be going up against. This is a true 5th generation fighter. This is the most advanced plane on the planet. Only we have them, as well as our allies. We do export them to our allies, so I think there's quite a few countries that have this bad boy. But yeah, truly the most incredible aircraft ever built from like a technology standpoint. Obviously, you know, a lot of people like the Warthogs or the F-14 Tomcats and things like that. They've all got their strengths and weaknesses. A lot of you guys have said I need to check out the F-22 because that's built more for dogfighting and it's a lot quicker and more, you know, maneuverable. But this thing is just incredible. We're all set here. I'm going to release our parking brake. All right, here we go. Let's get it. Time to blow this thing. So I think if we go full throttle, it gives us afterburner. If we back it off a little bit, we can just do normal thrust. We're gonna add afterburner eventually, but let's just start with full throttle. And this, oh my goodness, dude, this is so sick. I love it. Just one big screen right in front of you. That's kind of crazy. Not really expecting that. I'm not sure what speed we need to be at. I'm assuming we could just take off. There it is. And here we go, dude. Oh, this thing looks so mean. Heading out into the ocean. I'm gonna go ahead and release our landing gear. Can throw on our afterburner. Oh, let's go, baby. Dude, this thing is insane. Now, like I said, I have been doing a little bit of research. I mean, your boys YouTube recommended and Instagram and TikTok and everything like that has been so many fighter jet things, so I've kind of learned some stuff on my own, but I wanted to go in. If you guys remember our original Microsoft Flight Simulator videos, I would like give you guys intel on either the aircraft or the place that we were flying. That's kind of the idea of what I want to do here, dude. Look at this thing. Can you imagine being in one of these houses and just having an F-35 blow your roof off? I don't think it'd blow your roof off, but your windows would certainly need a bit of a repair here. So let's talk about this thing. Like I said, 5th gen fighter, the most advanced aircraft ever made, really. Uh-oh. What? What do we got? Parking brake? Oh, what is happening? What's happening? Oh, we should be good. Was it upset we were getting down towards the water or something? I'm not sure. I got this handled, all right, Jarvis. Maybe we trim up a little bit. We can just kind of cruise. It says parking brake. Swap the main portal. Dude, this technology is for the birds. I have no clue what I'm doing here. I think we're trimmed up a little bit too much. I'm going to back off the afterburner as well. We honestly didn't even check out. We've got a jettison selector, landing gear lever, landing lights. This is obviously our throttle. This is our joystick. Interesting. So you'd be sitting like this instead of in between your legs. I'm going to get us back down towards Earth here. Dude, when that thing kicks on, there's something about it. Oh my goodness, this thing is a rocket ship. Supersonic, up to 1.6 Mach. Mach 1.6, I guess is the way you would say that. But yeah, this thing is nasty. Just casually taking a stroll through the clouds here. I'm going to try to get us kind of leveled out a little bit so we can just cruise. But yeah, everything is, all digital here. I don't know if it would, I'm assuming it would be touchscreen and stuff. We've got a few buttons, traditional buttons and traditional gauges. But this is interesting. We're climbing a little bit. Probably going to want to trim down. We've got auto recovery switch, aircraft zero eyes selector. I don't know if we want to be messing with that, Trev. I don't really know what that does. Is this our ejecto-cedo cuz button, I'm assuming? Dude, this cockpit is beautiful. Look at how big and open this is, even out back. Look at the carbon fiber. Oh, man. I don't even know where we're going, to be honest. Let me take a look at our map here when we can get this thing to pop up. Looks like we're going east along the panhandle. All right, that works for me. Just look at this menacing beast, man. So yeah, Gen 5 fighter, it is one of the most expensive jets also made. I think originally they were up over 100 million, even up into like 120, 130 million, something like that. Right now, I believe they're down to about 80 million per unit, which is still pretty significant, but definitely a lot more affordable for our government. They've also got a per hour cost of $35,000 per hour to run. We've got something happening. What do you mean our parking brake? Our parking brake should be off. Oh, there's the parking brake. I forgot to release the parking brake. All right, we're good. Why are we smoking? We're kind of smoking a little bit. Are we trying to break the sound barrier or what's happening? I'm going to slow us down here. Maybe we'll stop. Maybe we're having issues. I'm not sure. Maybe we've got some things to figure out. There is a little bit of like drama around it. Apparently, we stopped smoking, so that's good. There were definitely some issues early on in development and things like that, but it's been fairly ironed out. It seems like a lot of people are starting to respect the plane more, and a lot of the pilots say it's amazing, so that's who I'm going to trust. Let me just do one of these, baby. Woo! My goodness. Get down and dirty with it. Look at these old country roads. What are y'all doing out here? Backwoods, Florida. I'm trying to go find a Florida man, baby. Mexico Beach Airport. There's no way we're to Mexico yet. I have no clue what Mexico Beach is, but ooh, Tyndall Air Force Base. All right, we're gonna head this way. So yeah, one of the most expensive per unit costs of any jet of all time. One of the most expensive jets to run of all time. What are you getting for that? Well, you're getting a supersonic, highly lethal jet that can hit you way before you ever see it. Gonna say what's up to the homies down here at the Air Force Base. Hey, how y'all doing? All right. Back out at the coast. I say we do some low flying along the beach and see what the beach goers are up to today. Nothing like a good Florida beach day, baby. So, yeah, it's supersonic. You know, it hits you way before you'll see it. Can get away faster than you ever even knew it was there. It's got massive fuel tanks and things, especially the Navy variant. So, it can get deep into enemy airspace and be undetected. Essentially, it's got some sort of crazy technology on it that it absorbs radio waves and then deflects them back out. So it's basically impossible to detect. And all of this is happening while it's collecting more data than any other jet in history. The sensors on this thing are the most advanced ever, like period, not even close. both in terms of the information that they give the pilot, but also the information that they're able to collect and report back and report in real time to other, you know, ships and locations and home bases and things like that. So it's kind of like this giant flying super lethal weapon that's also a crazy UAV. Like think in terms of like COD Black Ops, this thing's like a Blackbird. Like it's telling you, giving you all the information while also being able to just absolutely end your life. I actually just watched a YouTube video on it, and all these sensors, you know, obviously that's exciting and all, but like as a pilot, how do you even keep track of all of that? Well, they have a helmet that's custom fitted to every pilot who flies these things. It costs $400,000. It's specifically built for that pilot's head, and it projects things up on the visor. So it's kind of all like a projection digital type system. And you can see everything. Like when the pilot looks down, where normally he would see the plane, he can see through the bottom of the plane because of all the cameras and things on the plane being projected up onto his visor. When he looks left and down or anything, like there's no limit to what he can see, which again, it helps with like reconnaissance and stuff, but also like if you were trying to dogfight in this thing, there's no turning around trying to find where the guy is. You can literally see him at all times. It's like you're, you know, in God mode. Your God's eye from Fast and the Furious, if you guys have seen that. Ooh, this looks fun. This looks fun. Let me come down here. I'm gonna pretend I'm a boat. I gotta go in through the little channel here. Now we're gonna be on the inside. I don't think it, oh, yeah, terrain. We're getting terrain warnings. Okay, how low can you go? I'm going lower. It says to pull up. I'm not pulling up. Oh my goodness, we got within 10 feet, dude. Woo! I mean, a lot of you guys said the F-22 is going to be our best bet for like being able to maneuver in things, but this thing is incredibly responsive. This is outrageous. This thing turns on a dime, and I'm just infinitely confident with it. Turn this thing upside down. Yes, sir. All right, let's get back out to the ocean. Actually, let's go up. Let's pull like an 8G maneuver. We're just gonna get this thing straight up into the sky. Point this at the sun and let's go. Dude, what? Bro, this game is incredible. Add a little bit of pizzazz to it while we go. Why not? Should have casted me for Top Gun. I could have pulled some of these maneuvers, right? Wow. Dude, this is incredible. Let me cut it. Just appreciate the moment. Look at that giant engine. One single turbofan engine. That's another thing that's absolutely incredible about this thing. So the turbofan engine, it dissipates the heat in such a way that it's pretty much indetectable by heat-seeking missiles. And if they do catch on to it, they won't be able to follow it because the way that it manages it and everything. So again, it's just, it's impossible to see it. If you do happen to see it, you can't hit it. That's how insane this plane is. Pull up, pull up, pull up. Ah! Yeah, we got a little bit too confident in our ability. I'm going to go down. Let's go to Miami Beach, baby. We are going to take off from, ooh, that's American Airlines Arena where the Heat play. Biscayne Park Airport? I didn't know there was an airport here. Let's set this as our departure. Oh, it's a water runway. That makes sense. We would need a water plane. We're going to check out some of the amphibious planes and stuff too, by the way. I want to go with the F-35B. I'm not sure if they're going to have vertical takeoff in this game, but if they do, that's going to be sick. Nothing like, you know, you're on American Airlines heading down to the Caribbean or something, and you just see an F-35 vertically taking off out your window. That'd be pretty dope. Okay, so I'm going to make sure I press the right button for our parking brakes. That was it right there. The parking brake is right there. How do you, is there like a big button for vertical takeoff? Or do you think we are not currently set up for vertical takeoff? There's like a big thing that pops up and then the fan starts spinning. Pilot visibility, that's cool. We got a vertical takeoff button. If I was a vertical takeoff button, where would I hide? Maybe down here? Boss switch, oxygen test, engine, inverter, converter, controller switch 1. No. Integrated power plant master switch. I like how we're just in a $70+ million jet. Just, oop, that's our fire suppression button. Just pressing buttons. I've got a feeling nothing would go wrong here. Emergency gear extension, landing lights, landing gear lever. You know, when in Hookstovel? Oh, I was gonna say when in doubt. I just YouTube it out, but we got it. Oh my goodness, dude. Okay, we're gonna have to do a couple of these because I'm gonna want to see this from all angles. So let's hold on. Notice how this big boy comes down too. Let me hit this again. Hookstovel. Bro, technology is incredible. Look at that. The whole thing opens up like a garage door, and then the turbo prop, whatever you want to, I don't even know what to call it, the engine faces down. Now, meanwhile, you have this fan up here. This is kind of like your stabilizer, I assume. Dude, how they could figure this out is beyond me. And a jet that weighs this much, to just be able to take off like this. So it looks like this is going to be your intake. This is your fan intake. So it's probably pulling in a lot of air, shooting it down there. And then, of course, all of your elevators and ailerons and everything else are kind of working to maneuver it. But just look at how oblong this thing is. How can this possibly simply take off vertically? Hold on. Do we need a parking brake on? We might need our parking brake on. No. How do you take off vertically? I'm trying to Hookstovel. How do I do it? Okay, I don't think, I've watched a couple tutorials. I don't think you can literally take off perfectly vertical in flight sim. It does do it in real life. Dude, it's crazy. Watch some YouTube videos on it. I went on a binge recently, but I don't think you can in flight sim. So we're currently open here, and what we're gonna have to do is we're gonna release our parking brake. We're gonna go forward. Ooh, parking brake is on. All right, we took it off. We're gonna go forward, and then we're gonna be able to lift up, and look at that. So it's an almost vertical takeoff here in flight sim. Not quite. Can we go back down? I don't think that's gonna work as well. Probably have to back the speed off. I mean, we're floating when we shouldn't be floating in a thing of this size and monstrosity. You know what I mean? Look at this. Slow it down, slow it down, slow it down. Bro, how fast are we going? We're going 50, 40. Dude, what? That is insane. Look at that. This is the easiest plane to land and take off with here in Flight Sim. So yeah, almost vertical takeoff. Put our landing gear up. We can keep taking off like this. And then what we can do is swap. Once we have the airspeed for it, I hope we're good. I'm gonna swap to normal flight. Everything's gonna close back up. And if we have the speed, we should be good to go. Yeah, we're good. We're good, baby. Do we not? Oh, there's our afterburner. Couldn't go into afterburner when we're in the vertical mode. That would probably be a very terrifying and fiery death. Gonna head over to the east side, head over to the beach over here, South Beach, just do a couple of passes. Not gonna be quite as tough as New York City, but we can get it done. The last thing I wanted to mention about this thing, and there's a lot more. We could make a 2-3 hour video about this. It has, what was it called? I have notes over here. Electronic warfare. So it's got traditional weapons. You know, you've got external weapons you can mount underneath the wings down there. You've got internal weapons. So I think it's like 13,000 pounds of weapons on the outside, or you've got internal weapons so you can go completely stealthy. Nobody knows you have them, and you can have up to 5,000 pounds of bombs and missiles and things on the inside, and nukes. This thing can drop nukes, of course. But, ooh, that's where the heat play right there. And that's the cruise port off to our left. This is where all the cruise ships pick us up. You guys have probably seen those in the vlogs. Literally right under us. That's Royal Caribbean. So yeah, it's got traditional weapons, and like certain variants have Gatling guns and things like that. Like we know about that. By the way, that right there that we just passed over, that's the richest zip code in America. You can only get there on a ferry. Pretty sick, right? Maybe we can do another little pass around it. But yeah, so it's got this traditional stuff, and then it also has these electric weapons. All I can think about is the microwave that we used to have in COD that like sent out the airwaves and it slowed you down and that sort of thing. It kind of seems like that's the vibe that they've got going on. So it can like target things on the ground with like jammers and EMPs, and I don't know if it's actually an EMP, but basically it can electronically drop bombs, I guess you could say. This one definitely, I don't know what's going on. I don't know if we have like a wrong setting on or something, but it does not move as well as the Air Force Ones did. But yeah, so it like, you can hit people with bombs and guns and things like that, or you can hit them with like electronic waves and jam their communications and fry their electronics and things like that. So it's, honestly, it's just wild. Let me slow this down. I'm gonna do our hook, whatever. Let me see, can we land this thing somewhere crazy? I'm gonna drop our landing gear. Landing gear coming out. We're gonna see if we can drop over near this, oh, we could try to land it on South Beach. That'd be fun. Let's do that. But yeah, that area back there, it's very, very crazy wealthy. There's an area off to the left, all those islands over there. These over here, these are all insane. You can kind of see, you can see yachts parked outside in Microsoft Flight Sim. I think that kind of tells you what kind of real estate we're dealing with here. All right, let's do a little pass. And we're gonna go try to land this thing on South Beach. Let's see if it works. Gonna pretty much cut all engines here. Let's get inside, because we've got to be going, I forget how to apply our air brake. Which button did I put to air brake? Is that our air brake? That was our landing gear, I think. Shoot, where's our air brake? Can I swap? You gonna let me swap? Come on, baby. There it is. All right, we're into hover mode. Dude, that's so sick. Here's South Beach right in front of us, all the fancy hotels and everything. We are gonna come in for a landing. I don't know if it's gonna crash us if we land on the beach umbrellas. I don't think that would be, I would imagine that'd be frowned upon. So I'm gonna see if I can set her down over here. Dude, look at how the engine turns. Oh my goodness, dude. This is a modern miracle of engineering right here. Look at that. Landed an F-35B on Miami Beach, on South Beach, baby. That was pretty sick. All right, let's find out what happens if you go through the tents and things. Doesn't really like it, but we got out of there. This is just absolutely insane. One of the most incredible aircraft ever made. So there you guys have it. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you guys so much for watching. We are going to go back into flight mode, and we are going to get the heck out of here. Afterburner on. Let's let it rip. Raise our landing gear. Get close to the water. Woo! Yes, sir. All right. Hopefully a dolphin doesn't jump because we're hitting them. Anyway, I'll see you guys in our next episode. I definitely want to continue with all the fighter jets and stuff. We're going to go through everything. I want to do F-22, F-35, or not, we already did the F-35. F-16 we haven't done yet. There's quite a few of them. I want to check out like some of the MiGs. We could check out, you know, F-4 Phantom and the, you know, A-10 Warthog and things like that. I also, like, there's a bunch of other DLC I want to check out with like civilian aircraft and amphibious aircraft and things like that. So if you guys are interested, let me know. If you guys have any ideas, let me know. This is a bad idea. This is a bad idea. Oh my goodness, we had it and then we didn't. I'll see you guys later. Peace out.